How's it going, guys? So in today's video, we're going to be doing old wives' tales, gender baby predictions. I'm not entirely sure what to call it. It's like those things that people are like, do this and you can figure out if you're having a boy or a girl before you actually find out the real gender of your baby. I actually wanted to do this a few months ago before we actually found out what we were having, but I was too bogged down with morning sickness and all of that other stuff to actually do it. So even though we already know that we're having a girl, I still wanted to do these and see if they're accurately going to predict if we're actually having a girl or a boy. So I went online and found the most popular ways that people normally predict the sex of the baby. So I thought we would just go through all of them right now. They say if you're craving sweet and sugary things, you're having a girl, and they say if you're craving salty, savory things, you're having a boy. And back when I felt like I was having cravings, which was when I was having morning sickness, I was craving chocolate milkshakes and red vines. Even though I didn't give into the cravings, go me, I still was craving really sweet things. So girl gets 1 point for that one. They say that if you have more of an upset stomach, a lot of nausea and morning sickness, you're having a girl. And if you have little to no nausea or morning sickness, you're having a boy. And oh my gosh, the morning sickness was real and so was the nausea. And I kind of think the nausea is coming back. Girl it is for that point as well. Oh man, I was like knocked on my butt with morning sickness for about 3 months. So for all of you ladies out there who haven't gotten pregnant yet and want to obviously in the future, it's like all day sickness, literally like all day, not fun. If you're carrying really low, they say you're having a boy, and if you're carrying really high, they say you're having a girl. And I am carrying super, super low. I don't know if it's because I have a long torso, but my bump is definitely in the lower position. So here's my full torso, and she is like really low. Most times people carry up here if they're having a girl. That point is going to the boy side. So for those of you who don't really know what this is, you put in the age that you were when you conceived your baby, and then you put in the month that you conceived your baby, and it kind of like is this chart that shows you if you're gonna have a boy or a girl. I did that, and it turned out that I was gonna have a boy, but then I did the Chinese lunar moon calendar thing, and that one said I was gonna have a girl. Going off the lunar months and stuff like that, I'm gonna have a girl, but going off the other chart said I was gonna have a boy. So I don't really know which one I should give the point to. Should I just give the point to both of them? They say that if you break out a lot during your pregnancy, you're gonna have a girl because the girl is stealing the mother's beauty, which is kind of sad, but I guess if you wanna give your beauty to somebody, you want it to be your child, which is kind of sweet, but I don't know if I want all of my beauty zapped. I would like to share some of it, maybe not all of it. And they say if you have this like wonderful glow, you don't break out, you have great skin, that you're gonna have a boy. I broke out a ton when my hormones were going crazy in the first couple of months, so I'm giving that point to the girl, but it's definitely slowed down. Right when you get pregnant, the hormone HCG, which is a growth hormone to grow your baby, like skyrockets, and then at the 12th week is when it tapers off. So pretty much between when I got pregnant and the 12th week, I was like, don't look at me please, like let me put a bag on my face because it looked so horrible. This one you have to actually go get an ultrasound, and you have to find out how many beats per minute the baby's heart is beating. If it's less than 140, then you're having a boy, and if it's more than 140, you're having a girl. And my baby's heart rate was always really, really fast. I think the first time that we heard it, it was 156, and then it went down a little bit, and it's always been over 140. So girl for that point. This is the ring test, which I think is the most popular way that people do this. So what you have to do is take your wedding ring, and I guess it has to be your wedding ring, which I didn't know about. I thought it could just be like any piece of metal or something like that. And you tie it to a string. And then what you do is you hold it over your belly while you're laying down. If it starts going back and forth, you're having a girl. And then if it starts doing circles, it's a boy. So let's see what we're gonna have. So it looks like it's going back and forth. So it looks like it's a point for girl. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it and kind of enjoyed the scientificness of this experiment. So the final tally is that the girl gets 5 points and the boy gets 2 points. Doing all of these old wives' tales, baby gender predictions and stuff like that, it was actually accurate with the girl having more points. But I would say that if you're doing this, do more than one. Just do like all of them and then take into account which one has more, because if you just do one of them, it could be wrong. I mean, if you do all of them, it could still be wrong. But in my case, it was right. I just want to know if any of you guys are pregnant, and if you've done these or you want to do them after this video, let me know what it says for you down below, because I am really curious to see if they're actually true or not. So that's the question for all of you who are pregnant. But the question of the day for all of you who aren't pregnant: if you were gonna have a baby, what would you name it for both a boy and a girl? If you guys haven't seen the gender reveal video for when me and my husband figure out what we're actually having, I will leave that down in the description below. We got to find out super early through a blood test, which is actually the most accurate way you can do it. So we found out 6 to 7 weeks earlier than we actually would have if we had to wait to do an ultrasound. And I will see you in the next one. So take some clay that you marbled out and take any size cookie cutter that you want. I chose the biggest one that I had because I wanted it to look larger on my wall.